Dennis, two men were among a group of people who came together in Berkeley tonight and found that they have plenty in common. Rory Dunn and Jeremy Williams are both 24 years old. They both served in combat in Iraq, and now their lives are forever changed for that experience, but for different reasons. Williams suffers from severe post-traumatic stress disorder. Dunn suffered a severe head injury that took his right eye and most of his hearing.
155 artillery round was placed from a tree. My unarmored Humvee drove underneath, detonated by some Iraqi, was on the trigger.
We're trained to be warriors. We're trained to go into combat, no harm's way, with no regard to our own life.
The trauma Williams suffered is harder to see. Experts say coming home in one piece doesn't mean escaping the war.
13 to 16% of Iraq and Afghanistan veterans are returning with a diagnosis of PTSD.
The other day I was driving to Jack in the Box to get a hamburger. And wham, this thought comes out of nowhere of my convoy getting, my mechanized patrol getting blown apart by an IED. And looking back and turning around and thinking, oh my God, I'm going into an ambush.
In a drive-through, Rory Dunn was in a coma for a month.
I spent 2.5 years trying to recuperate, rehabilitate from this. And boy, what a price to pay, huh?
They and their families came to Berkeley as part of the Coming Home Project, an organization that helps veterans heal.
We try to avoid the kinds of things that happened with the Vietnam vets, where the huge incidence of homelessness, high rates of suicide, substance abuse, domestic violence, and chronic disabling PTSD and other psychiatric conditions.
Because those problems impact the troops and their families, experts say some 50 million Americans are directly affected by physical and emotional wounds from the current wars.
The veterans and their families end up being cut off from the greater social community because other people don't understand, because it takes so much time just to do day-to-day functioning. And I think that these kinds of events actually put people in community with other people who get it.
The veterans will be taking part in an all-day workshop tomorrow starting at 9 a.m. They'll get counseling, learn new ways to express and deal with their isolation, loss, and anger, and build a sense of community. It happens at First Congregational Church at 2345 Channing Way, and all Iraq and Afghanistan war veterans are welcome.